February 20th, 2014, marks the 25th anniversary of the sixth floor museum at Dealey Plaza. The original exhibit, John F. Kennedy and the Memory of a Nation, opened on President's Day in 1989. It was the culmination of a decades-long period of community soul-searching about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, the city of Dallas, the ultimate fate of the Texas School Book Depository building in Dealey Plaza, and the challenging role and responsibilities its creator should play in presenting this tragic story to a national audience. Although the 1989 exhibit was installed on the vacant sixth floor of the former Texas School Book Depository and was initially conceived as temporary, today the sixth floor museum has evolved into a world-recognized, accredited cultural institution that is also a vibrant part of the Dallas community. The museum today now connects generations from around the world with the moment and the memory of the president's tragic death through thousands of historic photographs, videos, films, documents, oral histories, and artifacts. These collections have steadily grown through the generosity of donors from Dallas and all over the world, who are committed to sharing their unique stories and perspectives, images and objects with those who may or may not remember the assassination of President Kennedy. Since opening 25 years ago, the museum has developed into a major collecting institution with more than 45,000 items, with hundreds of new items being added every year. In this past year alone, the sixth floor museum acquired dozens of historically significant artifacts, including newspaper clippings, personal notes, books, other documents from Kennedy admirers and assassination collectors all over the world. A vase in the image of Jacqueline Kennedy, figurines of Caroline and John Jr., and other rare collectibles. Photos and materials documenting Lee Harvey Oswald's pro-Cuba activities in New Orleans. Color home movie films showing President Kennedy's visit to Dallas and Fort Worth. Water glasses from the Hotel Texas, similar to those used at the Fort Worth Chamber of Commerce breakfast the morning of the assassination. These new acquisitions, which will soon be available to visitors and researchers, join a large and growing collection of images and objects that extend beyond the telling of the assassination to capture, as President Kennedy once wrote, the memory of a nation. The president's trip to Texas, his assassination, and the immediate impact it had on the local community are well represented through hundreds of hours of television and radio news footage, home movies, still photographs, newspapers, and other materials, including artifacts related to Lee Harvey Oswald, Jack Ruby, and the Texas School Book Depository. The museum's collections also document the investigations and the debate about the assassination, a dialogue which continues even 50 years later and beyond. President Kennedy's legacy is far-reaching, and the museum's collections reflect that lasting influence. Objects related to the Civil Rights Movement, the Peace Corps, and the Vietnam War, as well as memorial tributes and pop culture memorabilia, are also part of the museum's collecting interests. In fact, the museum's collection also includes a wide array of historical materials that illustrate President Kennedy's presidency, vitality, wit, and charisma. A particularly significant component of the museum's collections is made up of the rapidly growing oral history collection, which lends a personal dimension and perspective to support the interpretation and illustration of many historical objects, films, and photographs. The collection currently includes more than 1,200 interviews that offer insight into the long-term effects of the assassination and help articulate the unique ways in which President Kennedy continues to inspire individuals from around the world. Why is the museum's collection so important? because these objects are tangible links to the past that help connect to the present and future, building bridges of communication and understanding between generations. These rich oral histories and historical materials are incorporated into the core of our public and educational programming goals, special exhibitions, and community conversations. Through the museum's reading room and online collections database, easy access to our holdings is provided to anyone interested in research and seeking inspiration. The museum assists visitors, students, teachers, researchers, authors, artists, and filmmakers with their specific requests to explore this powerful period in Dallas, U.S., and world history. We hope that you'll help us continue to tell these stories, to remember President Kennedy's life, death, and legacy by contributing your own voice to our oral history collection or donating historical artifacts. Artifacts that have lingered either beloved or forgotten in attics, basements, and closets for decades now contribute to our understanding of what America was like in the 1960s, allowing us to communicate the significance of the Kennedy assassination within the context of 20th century American history. Thank you for joining us as we commemorate the Sixth Floor Museum's first quarter century. We look forward to sharing the museum's next 25 years with you.